Hi guys. Virgo, it's Wednesday. Let's do a reading for you guys. I hope you guys are doing really well. Thank you so much for joining me. Virgo, this is your timeless read. I'm going to really make sure I've cleansed the deck already, but I really want to get a good shuffle in before I start pulling cards. I hope you guys have all been doing really well. There has been this new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Libra, which has been testing for the most part, but it is a new moon to reinstate balance, harmony and equilibrium in your life, even in places where you're reluctant to do so yourself. So do you know this asteroid has entered the sign of Virgo, your sign? And I think this is going to be one of those elements that is really going to be getting rid of a lot of the toxic relationships in your life. And I think it really is a good time, Virgo, for you to absolutely demand the very best of life for yourself. And when I say this, I'm not saying it lightly. The astrology is so supportive of those who are in pursuit of finding the balance in their own lives. So when I say to you, use this time to really think beyond what the 3D has given you permission to wish for. Okay, beyond what the gaslighting has given you permission to wish for. What is it you really want out of life right now? And pursue it and follow it wholeheartedly. I cannot tell you how strong the energy of Juno, this asteroid, this energy of the collective being in your sign is going to be like for you. It's one of those times also, Virgo, where you're going to be given this opportunity to allow yourself the slack that you need. You're always showing up for everyone else. You're always going above and beyond, more than most human beings, in regards to self-betterment, how to make sense of life, how to do things. Guys, if you're in here, if you could just hit the thumbs up button, it helps other people get the video also. Okay, so on the 21st, your ruling planet Mercury is going to enter the sign of Scorpio. For me personally, I love it when Mercury goes into Scorpio because communication is no longer superficial and surface level, which a lot of you might find with Mercury being in the diplomatic sign of Libra. It is quite superficial. It's a bit difficult to get to the truth of matters. But in the sign of Scorpio, you will find that it is ruthless, that it is cutthroat. The communication gets deeper. There is so much more intensity. There is so much more passion and lust and a gist for life when Mercury is in the sign of Scorpio. I think with Mercury being in the sign of a quite mysterious, passionate, almost taboo-driven sign, Virgo, you might find yourself having an affair. You might find yourself doing things that are a little bit outside of the norm for you. You might be a little bit more passion-driven, you know, and I think you might be seeking intensity in your life just to feel alive. And I say that this is a really good time for you because you might actually say stuff that you don't normally say, stuff that you normally have in reserve, stuff that you are normally quite careful with sharing. I think Mercury going into Scorpio for you, Virgo, is going to be so powerful because it's going to help you unlock the throat chakra. It's going to help you speak your mind. It's really going to help you dive deeper a little bit more into your passions, the things that really make you feel excited to be alive. On the 23rd, the sun will enter the sign of Scorpio, and so spooky season begins. Let the fun commence. Allow yourself to get seduced by the darker side of life. Really see what it is that you can do to really maximize and enjoy this higher state of passion, this higher state of mystery. All right, let's everybody take a deep breath in. I think we've got a good shuffle. Let's get a really good deep breath in. Let's let all of it go. And let's get some messages for the sign of Virgo. In their highest and best good, what do they need to hear right now? What is it that I need to tell them? Dear God, give us the answer. That's the High Priestess. Virgo. They don't call you the maiden for nothing. Maiden by day, hermit by night. That's quite a few different facets to one personality. The High Priestess is not only mystery, but she's also somebody who has, through experienced, a lot of knowledge, who has come across life lessons that have given her the permission to sit on that limitless throne of hers, between the bliss and joy of life, and knowing the secrets to the universe, the secrets to life, the secrets to the human design. Virgo, right now, you have this opportunity to trust what you know. Right now, you have this opportunity to dive a little bit deeper in the realms of your subconscious and find the answers for yourself. You might need to show a lot of maturity. Whenever you catch this reading, you catch it, it's a timeless reading. Right now, you might need to show this level of maturity. You might need to exhibit your whole understanding of how you've conceptualized living. You're being asked to function from the best, most mature, most knowledgeable parts of yourself. There is a need for you to really trust what you know, study yourself a little bit, protect yourself from mayhem. When the High Priestess comes about, you've got to know that you're about to make some real big power moves in money and in love and life in general. And there is this element of almost controlling your desires, not acting out, being quite restrained with your demeanor, your aura, your energy around other people. You are being asked to hold back a little bit and be a little bit more reserved. You are being asked to act from a place of knowledge, knowing. The High Priestess, right? She's someone who's been through life. She's someone who's experienced a lot of different things. And so here she is. She's got this edge of knowing, of patience, of just real understanding, okay? There is this energy of needing to, Four of Swords. There is this energy of needing to know when it is that you need to stop. Virgo, there's something that you need to get the patterns on. There's something that you need to slow down so that you can see the patterns when it comes to reconciliations. There is an ease. You've got to ease yourself into this comfort of life that you're looking for. You can't do it from a anxious place. It's got to come from a very self-assured, very self-accountable energy, Virgo. You might need to slow down in order to progress more. And when I say slow down, I'm not saying that completely stop everything in life. What I am saying is that if there's any action taken from a place of anxiety or backed from the wrong energy, you will find that when it comes to creating these comforts that I think you're coming into, Virgo, I feel like you're creating this life of comfort for yourself. And I want to say to you, rely on the friends and the help as and when you need it. I have a feeling that Mercury going into Scorpio and the Sun entering Scorpio is going to be very supportive for you. I do think that you need to slow down. And I do think that there is an element of reconciling with things that you know bring you comfort. A whole bunch of cards came out. I'm not going to take them. I'm going to keep shuffling. Of Pentacles. Virgo, you're headed towards comfort. You're headed towards security. There is a need for some smoky quartz. I don't know why I'm hearing smoky quartz. There's a need for smoky quartz in order to really neutralize and ground your own energy. A lot of you Virgos are reconciling, going back into a situation where there was a lot of comfort, a lot of money, home life was really, really good for you. A lot of this is going to come from the reassurance that you're giving yourself. Okay, this is not a time to increase productivity. It's more so a time with the High Priestess to see what it is that you can broaden your emotional and mental awareness. Money right now is going to be very supportive, especially when it comes to home, especially when it comes to creature comforts, especially when it comes to relationships with longevity. This is working throughout the generations. This is Temperance card. This is you alchemizing. This is you creating. This is you using the truth seeker energy of Sagittarius to illuminate what it is that you need to cut down on, down on. What you know you need to cut back on in order to progress forward in a lot more of a comfortable way. As we approach fixed water Scorpio season, there is going to be this element of needing to seek comfort. Death card, Scorpio energy all over this. And I love it. I'm so ready for it. Transformation, Virgo. Transformation, Virgo. You are transforming right now, and I would say be very patient with your energy. Trust what you know. Understand that if you know that you're limitless, 100% you are limitless. If there is reconciling with fortune, if there is you now progressing into a time with a lot more comfort, if there is now this period of time that you're going to step into that's pouring more money, finance, abundance, security into your life, please know that you have to maintain this by actively being the consciousness that you need to fully embody the abundance that you're about to step into. Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. All of this is going to come from you. I have a feeling that as the sun moves into the sign of Scorpio for you, as Mercury moves into the sign of Scorpio, not only does your finances get a lot better, but your reliance on yourself becomes a lot better. And when I say reliance on yourself, I mean like coming from your heart space. Really knowing that you are the master of all of this and that you are creating all of this, and that if there is something, Virgo, that you know that you can do best, that's honor yourself. And a lot of you may have been pulled outside of that, and that's why I say right now, instead of exerting too much effort in the external, the work needs to be done internally. That's the message right now, because you're on the brink of creating a lot of wealth for yourself. Emotionally speaking, you've got to be 100% all there. There is something about you knowing, like, let it come to you. Okay, whatever you're pushing for, whatever you're trying too hard for, whatever you're finding resistance with, allow it to come to you. And in the meantime, see what it is that you can do to transform your state into this Nine of Pentacles, abundant. It is the beginning of a new chapter, a new cycle, and for a lot of you, that new moon solar eclipse may have well felt like that. The imbalance and the indecisiveness, the indecision about your energy, your attention, where it goes. Six of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, the Strength card, and the Two of Cups. I don't know why I'm thinking like energy vampire, somebody stealing your energy, your resources, your time, your productivity. But there is an element of you overcoming certain beasts, right? There is an element of you overcoming certain demons. There is an element of you overcoming certain things that may have needed you to figure out that this thing in you still needs healing. This trigger still needs healing. This thing needs your mastery, okay? And with this Two of Cups here, I do feel like that some of you might be rebuilding yourself, rebuilding your internal. That's reflecting now in your finances, because you finally decided to take the attention off of that other person and bring it back on yourself, okay? And when you do that, you begin to realign with the truth of who and what you are, the truth of how you know, how all of these experiences in life have given you the backing, given you the knowledge, given you the understanding of everything that you need to know. So be still and trust that you got the answers, and that you trust yourself enough to know that when push comes to shove and there is certain reconciling or going back to, or people coming back to you in order to create some sort of happy home, there is work that always needs to be done. And Virgo, you are mutable earth, and if you want to have the best life, if you want to be someone who is honored, loved, respected, taken care of, then you need to know that your power is in continually bettering yourself. Mutable earth, your power truly is in molding, shaping, shifting, doing all of the things that transfer all of the knowledge that you've learned into a better version of yourself. So right now you are being asked not only to focus on what it is about the authentic dreams that you truly have, but what it is that can put you back on the pedestal, back on the throne that you belong on, in order to finally begin creating the things that you know that you want. And for a lot of you, that's a happy home and a stable relationship. But the thing is, unless you're not willing to get 100% stable with yourself, and really not kind of run with it, really kind of run with it, the fact that you know your experience has given you enough knowledge to know when to stop and really look at the patterns that are taking place in your life right now. Recognize these patterns, especially when it comes to reconciliation, especially when it comes to what you can do to build this perfect home. There is transmuting, changing of states that needs to take place in order to set off a transformation, putting you back in this Virgo higher octave 9 of Pentacles place. This is the only work right now, Virgo. I cannot stress this enough. I cannot stress this enough. There is nothing else more important right now. Just listen to me when I say this. Juno is in your sign, right? Get rid of the toxicity, get rid of the bad habits, get rid of everything that you know is not necessarily supportive of you. This is your face here in this 9 of Pentacles situation. Keeping yourself stocked up for future, but having enough for now also. Surrounded by abundance. Dressed to the nines with your communication buddies. Let it come to you by protecting your energy, maintaining the balance that this eclipse has needed from you. Don't give too much away of yourself right now, because people will take it from you. Trust me. Take a step back. The energy that you have right now is ultimately optimizing your healing, the healing that you know may have been illuminated from a certain clash that has happened in the past, not so distant past. There was a lesson in this for you to get back in your best. This energy right now is leading you towards a very equal, harmonious give and take. Virgo, true love is already in your atmosphere. It's already in the ethers for you. It's already here. What you can really benefit from right now is allowing yourself the love that you would want from someone else. Let that pour through your veins. Own it. Give yourself that love right now. Because I promise you, there is energy vampires kind of, they're gonna steal what's good, what they see is beautiful and what's valuable, isn't it, Virgo? But you don't have resources to recklessly squander. That's why I say to you, trust what you know. Take the rest. This is Scorpio season that we're stepping into. Mercury, your ruling planet, going into Scorpio. This is when you're allowed the privilege, the absolute, this is a privilege to have the knowledge, to have the know-how, and to be able to have the time and the peace to be able to really slow down with it in order to fully comprehend the lesson. The way that this person stares into the intricacies of that stained glass window is exactly what I am suggesting that you do with your high priestess energy. Take your time, your best knowledge, your best knowing, especially when it comes to situations of creating comfort for yourself. It's not too long ago that I said to you, you guys are on the verge of a really, really big breakthrough. And until the energy isn't 100% tweaked to perfection, because let's be honest, you guys are perfection. Synchronicities are just going to be surrounding your life right now. 6 and 6, 6 of cups and the 6 of pentacles. Equal give and take in matters of comfort. This is what you're stepping into. Please do not allow anybody to take more from you than they need to. Your boundaries, your limitations, your willingness to take charge in order to create the changes that are needed will lead not only to transformations in relationships and in your home state and in the way that your life is playing out, but it's also going to give you a real emotional advantage to close out certain chapters and certain cycles. And I would say do it with grace. On the 28th, there is a full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus. And this is going to be about creature comforts. And there's going to be a real desired intensity that is pulling you towards being comfortable in your home, with your finances, with the food that you eat, in your body, in order to get to the place where you are really prepared to put your comfort on the pedestal. At that point, when you're willing to take the risk and do that, at that point, not only are you protecting yourself from mayhem, but at that point you're creating almost like a gateway. Use what it is, Virgo, that you can do right now to put yourself in this state of comfort. It's from the state of comfort that you're going to create. I cannot stress this enough. I cannot stress this enough. You are the priority right now. The things that you want to see play out in your future are the priority right now. Everything else that is creating mayhem, that is creating chaos in your life, is intentionally been placed there to take you off of a certain vibrational pedestal. So I need all of you to be so emotionally savvy right now. The more that you're taking care of yourself, the supplements, the yoga, the walk or whatever it is, your vibes are going to reflect in the 3D. We're stepping into the witching hour, let's say. Protect yourself, the veils are thin, spiritual hygiene, keeping your mind clean, the people that surround you, making sure that they're not engaging in low vibrational activities, and then you are engaging with them sexually, physically, mentally, emotionally. Be very, very, very precious and protective about you right now, because you are the one who is going to be stepping into a period of extreme luxury and comfort. Okay? Venus in Virgo, Uranus in Taurus, doing a lot of like trines, and it's a lot to do with like being lucky in love and money. And you're only lucky in love and money when you're vibrating on a really high vibration. So even if right now you're not feeling so good, take a step back, cook yourself a beautiful meal, drink as much water as you can, take as many salt baths as you can, sage, palo santo, all of the basics. Go back and review all of your knowing, everything that you know up until now. Spiritual hygiene in this season is going to be so, 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 so important. I'm prepared to be making some real power moves in the foreseeable future. Please understand that this is a time of transmutation, transformation, and alchemy. And please know that ultimately it's leading to relationships from relationships that are from an equal place, not where somebody needs something from you or you're codependent on that person. I just want to get one more card. I think this is it. The Page of Wands. Expect some messages, expect some communication to come through really, really quickly. And I think expect also a moving out of a lower octave Taurian energy into a more high octave Virgo. And I say lower octave, but then here it is higher octave Taurus. Shift your perspective. 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Shift your perspective, okay? Remember who you are. Remember what you're here to do. And remember that this is a safe space for you. You're moving into a lot of comfort, Virgo. Just trust where it is that you need to stop and slow down and reassess the foundations. And I say that to speak to the analytical side of you, where you know that there are certain things that have to just stop taking from you. You're ultimately responsible for making sure that you're protecting yourself, okay? Energy is everything. And if your energy is beautiful and great and you're pulling in all of these wonderful things in life, please know that there are predators that are going to try and take that away from you. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're vulnerable in front of people that just want to hurt you and harm you, okay? Right now you can create a lot. And you do that by protecting yourself first and foremost. And so, with that, I think that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for your comments, your love, your likes, your support. I think that's all I have for you for now. You're about to step into some really, really prosperous, abundant times where home is really, really good. Please make the necessary transformations before we step into this time. That means that you are fully aware of your vessel, your value, and the fact that this is all you. You're the prize in this. I think that's all I have. I hope you guys have been doing really, really well. I'm enjoying doing the lives. It's 5:33. I think it's time to say goodbye. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you found this useful. Leave me a comment, let me know how you guys are doing. Leave the video a thumbs up. To book a reading, you can do so on the website rubyreadstarot.com. Take a look at the list of services available there. Alright, I love you guys. Take it easy. Oh, also, take a look at the products that are now available on the website under Ruby's recommendations, because all of those products are products that I use. They're my favorite CBD products, and I am so happy to share them with you. Alright guys, take it easy.